Alright guys, Dylan here, back with more, Far Cry 5. It's next day, night, yeah. We're continuing on, or maybe we're not continuing on. Well, so yeah, what do we gotta talk about? So tonight, I did work. Before work, didn't really get much done in terms of stuff on the other channel, right? Can we like not? Can we just like start the mission? What are we doing, Kim? Yeah, I'm tired already. It's already 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm probably only gonna do this one episode. But essentially, I got home, and like something I've been thinking about for a while, because like I just had because I noticed this was my sort of what if video that came out last week, and then now the Redefining the Tribes video, which is continuing to do really strong today. I kind of was like, well, I want to see the comparison of like this against every other video like after the first day, because like I have spreadsheets I keep like of like how well each video does like week by week, month by month, but I don't have anything to keep track of like how well it's doing in comparison to the amount of time that's passed since it's released. So I decided to create that tonight, and that's really what took me the entire night. I did watch some episodes of Ozark in the background, but yeah, that took me pretty much. Like I got home around. Well, I got out of work at 8. Got home around 8:45 or so. Well, I should say got home, took a shower, and by the time that was done, it was 8:45. Watched Big Brother. Well, actually, I started work on this first, and then watched Big Brother in between, and then went back to work on this. But yeah, essentially, it's 1 o'clock, and I just finished making this spreadsheet. But I just wanted to see the comparison. Okay, this is really dumb at this point, isn't it? Should I just let myself be killed? I feel like that might be the best option right now. Where's there any enemies? Kill me. Someone kill me, please. Is that everyone? Yes. Kill me. Shoot me, you fucking piece of shit. There we go. Okay.
I don't think Kevin cared.
Whoa, wait,
There we go.
Hey, you want to work in a movie? Of course you do. Hero, the solution to all my problems.
Yeah, I'm really behind on podcasts right now. I missed the live feed update and really this morning, and I was only able to listen to it on my way back from work. So, I mean, it was a short one, so it's almost done anyway, but I haven't listened to the episode recap either, so gonna listen to that, but yeah, yeah, so I mean, it's pretty much, like, this Redefining the Tribes video really did fucking well. Like, again, so it did 7,400 views, after the first day, which, obviously, through the spreadsheet I was able to look it up. It's my 4th best single day ever for a video, for, like, opening day for a video. And, like, the other 3 are, like, ridiculous situations. So it's like, this is very strong for, like, a very random fucking video. Because, like, number 1 is my BB22 rumored cast reaction, obviously. It was BB22 cast, whatever. Obviously that was going to do well. The other one, preseason Winners at War preseason power ranking. Again, it's Winners at War preseason. Obviously that was prime time for a video to do extremely well. And then the other one was the Survivor 42 cast speculation. So that was obviously when the rumors were going around that Survivor 42 was going to be Second Chance 2. Obviously those didn't turn out to be true, but that video did ridiculously well. But outside of those, this is the best performing, my 4th best, this is my 4th best performing video ever in one day. Which is, well, that's not completely accurate. 4th best opening day for a video. So that's really good. What am I doing? Oh, yeah.
That is what CrossFit is about, David. You don't quit. Christmas. She is, for someone who has seen maybe one season of Big Brother, talks about the integrity of the game. She's watched many games. Okay, at this point, fine. But she is, you know, number 1 on in this season of integrity, and it is, you know, a little painful.
I don't want to use a med kit, but fuck it, we'll use it. Yeah, I've said this already. I'm kind of getting bored of Far Cry. I think we'll still try to finish it, but I am getting really bored of this fucking game at this point.
Is that guy competing in CrossFit, right? If he was paid $10,000,
Fuck! Sounds bad.
that was probably more prize money than first place. But like, you're not losing if you get $10,000. Yeah, and that is one thing for Christmas. She's talked about how she said yesterday, like, oh, like, I just can't think like next round.
How do I destroy a car when I can't fucking?
She's not seeing the bigger picture. She is thinking like this competition is all I can focus on, and it's gonna.
Won't let me get in it.
Hey, guys, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to quit podcasting about this season because somebody's gonna pay me $10,000 to do it. I'm such a quitter. David talked to Tyler later into the night, and
Oh yeah, that works too.
people are really showing their true colors about me taking this money. And Ty's like, definitely, man. Like, you don't need to explain yourself to anyone. F them. Like, you know, you do you, man. Yeah, and like we said, Tyler is, you know, more level-headed than a number of people in the house. Recognizes, like, actually about, and he's gonna be cool with David, obviously.
Yeah, so today was a good day. Not nearly as strong as yesterday, but I mean, I think like total views today was actually not bad at all. Like yesterday was 8,000 view day. Today looks like well, actually I haven't checked, but I believe it's somewhere in the 6,000 range, which is still pretty good. Yeah, around 6,000, over 6,000.
Rest of the house, you know, David has definitely held on to Tyler screwing over Bailey, and he hasn't wanted to work with Tyler because of it.
But the views for the actual video itself, were solid today. I think it got another 2,400 views. It's at almost 10,000 already, which is ridiculous. Again, this video did very well for a video that shouldn't have done that well. I don't know why the video did so well. Like, it's really mind-blowing to me that this video did as well as it did. Because it's such a throwaway video. Like, for me, it was literally like the quickest video that, like, it was a topic that I thought was fun, and it was like a super quick turnaround video, so I was like, fuck it. Let's just do this series, because it'll allow me to, get some, quick videos made. Shit.
Tyler is the person who's basically the least connected within the committee at this point. He has loose connections to Cody and Enzo, and a now somewhat strained connection to Christmas. He's the person who needs people the most, and that's how you operate. When the group splits up, you join the weakest side, and right now that is Tyler. And if joining Tyler,
Yeah, I mean, and also revenue yesterday was very strong. Yesterday ended up being my third best day ever revenue-wise, with the top two being the 2 days being that ridiculous day with the BB22 rumored cast reaction, and then the day after that. So I mean, like, this was, again, yesterday was a very strong day. 8,000 views is pretty good. I mean, it's not even like my best day ever view-wise, but CPM was overall pretty strong. I mean, it wasn't like recently I've been having like really ridiculous CPM days. Like, I don't know why the fuck I'm getting like 8-9 CPM. But like yesterday, it did drop a bit, but it was still like 719 or so. So I mean, pretty solid. I hope so.
The nominee is going for the prizes, but my winner pick was Kevin, so it's been a frustrating season, I would say. Yeah, it's been fun. Alright, well that's what we have for you. It's looking like it'll be a pretty straight.
Oh, is there more trucks?
Maybe Danny will finally crack this week as she continues to push for David to go. But
Oh fuck, I'm an idiot. I was way too close to that. That was my fault. That was entirely my fault.
I think based on what she was saying last night, that David would be her target in the triple, which means that David is in a little bit of danger there. Kind of a break for Christmas, but it's looking like everybody else except for the argument.
Fuck. Damn it. That was my own fault. Like, I was way too close to that explosion.
This is what I'm waiting for. Yeah, and of course I'll have more detailed sort of analysis on where this triple could.
Alright, but that's pretty much it for the live feed update, so let's just jump into the new episode tonight, the episode recap. Of course there's an ad. Oh my god, they went 2 hours? Ugh.
Never once been considered part of the Wise Guys. I am Rob. Hello everybody. Welcome back to Rob's
Not ideal. Is there a gun shop or any sort of shop here? Because I really need a med kit. I don't need it, but it's like, it would definitely make this a lot easier.
Big Brother 22, Big Brother moves to Monday starting next week.
I forgot about that. Yeah, fuck off with this week being the week that fucking A&W gets delayed because of Stanley Cup. And next week being the week that Big Brother starts, like, or it starts being on Monday. It's like, fuck off.
Following everything that's going on. Here is Taryn Armstrong. Taryn, how are you?
I frolic through life, Rob. That's what Dr. Will says I do. Also, not full of doo-doo.
No, never. Okay? Alright, Dr. Will said you frolic through life, or he said you frolic through life?
People that are able to enjoy Big Brother frolic through life. He says,
Not frolic?
frolic.
Is that a new word? Is that a Dr. Willism?
I think it's a real word. It just means act or behave in a jovial word.
Yeah, I've really been enjoying Ozark. I'm about halfway through what's out at this point. Like I'm halfway through season 2. Oh fuck. Well, fuck, I'm fucked. No, did that really just happen? Okay, wait, no, okay, that works. Never mind.
How are you? I'm great. I was kind of surprising to me the amount of ease that I was happy to have watching this particular episode. You know, I mean, I lost Devon last week and it's really hard. I was kind of like, you know, she's good. She's in jury. She's sitting on the regular video with Ian, and now I can just watch all the socially distanced margarita. Yes, let's not forget that. So like, I'm having a good time tonight. I didn't think that I was going to be, but I'm good. I'm frolicking. Okay, yes, Ahmad, you are coming in hot after appearance on the Secret Alliance podcast with Danielle Reyes and Jason Guy. Yes, I can't believe that happened. It was a lot of fun.
But yeah, I think, again, this is just, like, again, with this, like, random video doing so well, it does make me a bit more confident in if I were to... Okay, fuck off. This is, like, really not going well. Wait, let's just pause this for a second so I can fix this. My cord's getting a bit tingled. Okay.
Asia is back. Asia, how are you?
Ah, fuck.
I'm good. Hey, even though the Cowboys lost today, their LeBron staying and come
Fuck,
back.
that was me being an idiot.
They have a losing record right now, but things are looking up. Like David, so same energy.
Yeah, okay, they're almost at
Fuck.
1-3.
Right, almost. Once we get 1-3, then we can beat LeBron and we'll come back.
Okay, everybody's
Fuck off, how many are there? This is ridiculous.
Everybody's good. Okay. All right. We put a question up on Twitter. If you want to send your questions into the show or tweet up on Twitter, so you can go ahead and post your questions to get into the show.
Why does it feel like they never end?
Live tomorrow afternoon. Chappelle will join me on the Slop on Monday, and then Scott Yeager from the Challenge Mania podcast will also join us on Monday, and we'll be able to talk about what's going on in the world of Big Brother. So be on the lookout for that kicking off. I believe at I think we're going to kick off at about 5:30 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. So we'll get that set up for you. But I guess let's talk
Yeah, subscriber growth is pretty good too. Got about 30 subscribers or so.
What was the point of this neighbor, Dr. Will, quote-unquote, twist? To film a couple of segments with Dr. Will in a row. When will they be? Where are these segments? I imagine we'll get a segment on Wednesday. He may or may not voice OTEV. You know? Like, he could have done this from his house. He could have been on Zoom, Ahmad. This is so stupid. Why wasn't he there to host the competition from the balcony? Like, I want to see Dr. Will in a bathrobe, lazily trying to, give the instructions to the people before the HOH. Like, I don't understand. Like, it seems so, overblown, this whole neighbor thing, and then all of a sudden he's gone. Okay, alright.
Okay, what do I want here?
Yeah.
Like, I really don't know what I want to do here, because we still have, like, 4,300 resistance points to get.
Trying to throw them off, and then making fun of all their bad shots. There were so many out of bounds that it was such a missed opportunity.
When we were pretending to have the conversation between CBS and
I never
Dr. Will,
did
we
do
left
that.
that part where he was saying, okay,
I really don't want
I'll
to.
give you 10 minutes. That's it, okay? And then I got places to be. I'm out of here. Yeah, you think Dr. Will, we only need
Okay, we'll fast travel here just to restock, but I don't know what I want to do here.
Might not be Dr. Will is because, Dr. Will is not going to be there for more than 10 minutes. Dr. Will is not the kind of person who is, waiting by the phone for CBS to call him so that he can spend a couple days on the CBS lot to hang around at the Big Brother house. He makes fun of those people. He will show up for a big check and then get out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, not much to really talk about. Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, I mean, it's welcome to Big Brother, I guess. I mean, we kind of all played ourselves into belief. Because first of all, we weren't even sure it was going to be a person, and then
Dingbob makes his appearance early, so we're like, oh, okay, well then it's gotta be a person. Like, who's gonna be, what legend is gonna shake up the game? And then it's Dr. Will in a bathrobe, and then gone.
Yeah,
We can just go here, right?
we got our hopes down, like it's not gonna be anything, and they're like, oh, this is awesome, and then this was nothing.
Yeah, they literally made it a point to replay what he said. Like, I will be here for the HOH comp and the veto comp. It's like, why replay that if you knew 100% he was not even gonna be involved? In
What do I
at
want
all?
here, though?
It's like,
Oh, when did we
yeah,
get this
no,
question?
like,
Oh,
he's
no,
not
that
even
is
being
the
involved
button.
in the triple.
Yeah,
so it's
those
like,
are the missions
maybe
I
they
thought we
meant
had.
next week, but no, that he's done.
No, you don't understand that he was involved because they played the clip of him again right before the HOH competition.
Wow, we really have nothing.
While he was reminding us
Ugh, that's not great.
that there's going to be prizes.
Right.
Yeah.
I just feel like they should have, like, if
Okay,
they
what do I
really wanted to
want
shake up the
here,
game,
though?
like,
I feel like I should get some. I think Black Market could be helpful. Health boost could be helpful.
Go back into the house, and then all of a sudden Dr. Will's picture is on the memory
Wingsuit
wall,
could be
and
helpful.
actually coming back into the game.
Vehicle Buster. I feel like we found a workaround
Like,
on
I
that.
just feel like there's so much more stuff that they could have been doing, and if he really was that busy, then don't call Dr. Will. He can stay at home until it's time for him to come and do the jury deliberation. Bring back somebody else that we all love or love to hate. Like, I wouldn't even have minded if Frankie Grande was up on that balcony, like, you know, in some stilettos, sipping a mimosa. That would have been perfect. Like, but no, Dr.
Let's
Will.
do.
This is like less than when they bring a former house guest in to host a competition. Like, at least they, like, sometimes they come in
Fuck it.
and they, like, are like, oh, hey, how are you? Like, Bobby Moynihan walked around the house and hung out for longer. Right then, this is not, like a 10-second clip of Dr. Will.
Hey, what if production called Dr. Will and was like, hey, okay, we got your segment, you know, for Thursday, but hey, we need you
Yeah,
to
so
come
let's just
back for the
rebuy
HOH comp. We're
everything,
about to
right?
get started. We need you to come, you know, give some commentary. And he's like, oh, no. I'm done with that.
Oh wait, I did not mean to do that. That was a waste of money.
You think he quit after,
Right.
yeah.
I'm
He
good.
didn't want to come
Well,
back.
I mean,
I think what he said was,
whatever. These are
I'll do
upgrades.
it, but I'm going to need you to pay me more, and I'm going to have to spend less time than Neil Patrick Harris. That's my stipulation.
Okay.
I need to be treated better than Neil Patrick Harris.
Okay. All right. Well,
That's for
Will
next
gets
region,
a
right?
reaction
Yeah.
to that again, and then a little bit of conversation about the vote. There were 2 votes that were to send. That went against.
You know, I guess we'll try to do Doctor's Orders because that's like 600, right?
Danny and
If I remember right.
And Asia, I love this that we saw the
Yeah,
all-time
600. So that's
top 2
worth doing, I
liars
guess.
in the house. Danny and Nicole go back and forth like the Spider-Man gift.
Yes.
Wait, I'm not the liar. You're the liar. No, you are. I'm not a liar.
Exactly, and the way they've been playing the top allies, because they haven't even like gone too deep into the fact that Nicole and Cody are like pretty tightly aligned, and so I could imagine being a casual. They're like so confused. I mean, we're confused. Like, what's the point of lying?
Yeah,
where
so
does that
today
get
was
you? Because you know
Weird.
all it does. Is,
Work was fine
like,
for the most part.
we see in this episode, all it
But,
did is cause
before
distrust
work-
with Nicole and you know whatever stuff.
Oh, that was another thing I did before work. I did watch Ozark. That's what I was trying to think. Like, I wasted a lot of time before work. What the fuck did I do? But I realized, no, yeah, I was watching Ozark. Yeah, so yeah, throughout the day, I watched 5 episodes somehow, despite working for a good chunk of the day. Also,
Swear to God.
wait, where is this?
They're both stupid. They both are liabilities, okay? They suffer from a liability. This is ridiculous. Why are you lying to one another about a vote? You know, me and Tara were talking about Devon and how she likes to guilt people to do things in this game, and I feel like that she kind of, maybe that last speech sort of did, like, really push them to at least give her a pity vote. But they didn't even plan it together. They just said, well, I'm going to go ahead and vote for her. Hopefully nobody else thinks that it was me.
Yeah.
And now y'all both look dumb.
Darren, I do love to talk about the psychology of Nicole F. And I'm wondering that she talked about how that she really, wanted to tell Devon about everything because it really bothered her, and Danny wouldn't let her.
So no.
Is she trying to make the pivot of throw Danny under the bus for everything that went on in terms of the lying to Ian, lying to Devon? It was all Danny's fault, America? I'm sure that's part of it. I think
Oh, no, that's not what I
That's a big
said.
reason why Nicole feels very slighted by Danny, and like Danny didn't even like thank her for it. She was like, "No, I did what I had to do. This is better for us." And even Nicole was like, "I mean, I'm fine taking the heat, but she's clearly not fine taking the heat." So I think that was a big part of this
Like,
whole
we just
like
rebuy
Nicole,
those
Danny. There's been tension there
explosives.
for a while anyway because of Cody and what he's told Nicole about Danny, but that moment I think was a big one that we just hadn't seen.
Why'd they just now show up? What a fucking weird thing.
Right.
Whatever.
Especially the fact that we didn't have that context. It seemed like
Ah, fuck.
it just makes Nicole seem
Fuck off. Go to here.
kind of
Alright.
dense if that's her only reason for like being mad at Danny.
50,
Like
right? Okay,
we
something.
are going to focus on this as a storyline, give us that context so that it makes sense. You know, people don't have Terrence to listen to every day. They're so confused about why Nicole is so after Danny all of a sudden. So all it does is add confusion to the show. So they should have went a different direction, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, I do listen to Taryn every day, and I'm still confused. Amon, from what I understand about this house, that Danny's number one, undying, is Nicole, correct?
Yeah, I wouldn't say undying. No, I wouldn't say. I would say that she would go either way between Cody and Nicole.
Okay, but she at least wants to go to the final three with Nicole.
Yes.
Yeah, and Nicole has no other backup plans except for go to the final two with Cody.
Where are there?
Yeah, I mean, what she had Ian, but
Right. So this seems insane that she
What
would
is a
wanna get
prog
rid of
horn
her.
anyway? I have no clue what the fuck a
it's
prog
little
horn
strange.
is.
I mean, we were kind of skeptical about this triple eviction and whether or not it was going to give us some snooze fest results. And the possibility is obviously still there. But
Yeah, let's look this up. I have no clue what the fuck a prog
Danny
horn
and
is.
Nicole, we're going to see like pretty much all the committee is starting to be like, oh, you know what, giving each other the side eye. So I'm really interested to see how this is going to pan out come Thursday. But I agree. I think that, going after Danny would be I mean, Nicole's game is already going downhill as it is, but this would just expedite that process.
So if I'm trying to get into Nicole's head, I think that a big part of this is that one, she feels like she just can't trust Danny. Like she can't say anything to Danny. The fact that Danny is known to be close to her gives Danny free license to go and spread lies about her, which is what Danny does all the time. And so the longer Danny's in
What's
the
a
house, the more she's going to
pronghorn? Okay, it
sabotage
is a
her
deer. That's what I
Nicole's
thought it was.
relationships with other
I thought it was
people
like a
like
deer
Cody
sort
and
of thing.
Christmas, who I think is the second part of this. Christmas is the person I think that Nicole is really wanting to fall back on if possible. And I would imagine.
Where are they though? I really don't. Oh, there's. Oh no, that's a.
And Nicole is not
fucking
really the kind of person to
dickhead.
cut Cody and take Christmas, but she's also the kind of person who knows the benefit of bringing Cody toward the end, like a Corey, and then, oh, whoops, I ended up in final two with somebody I can beat. So I think that is her plan if we're trying to find the rationality of it. It's definitely, I think another part of it is that she could end up on the block next to Danny, and that would not be ideal for her. And if Danny wins the veto, then Nicole would probably go home because of her association with Danny. So there's a lot of reason for her to not want
Can
Danny
you like not do this?
But Robbie has a very valid point, which is that she's already lost so many other soldiers. She's really putting herself in a box.
What?
Run your dishwasher every night.
Fuck off.
Surprising way to save.
Rubbing still takes time. Now there's Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray. It's the fastest way to clean as you go. Just spray, wipe, and rinse. It cleans 3 to 5 times faster.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't know what she's trying to do. So a lot about Danny's decision to use her power.
I don't see any around
made
here.
a deal out of this. I just love that we get a lot this season of Danny giving us like her full like little finger in the entire room of like, this is my diabolical plan.
Fuck,
that
I'm pushing the wrong
do.
button.
And just nobody else thinks it's good in the house. But
What?
maybe like
It's
some
a
of the
headshot.
Right. It's that thing where
Fuck.
we love to see
Correct.
people own their game. And Danny does just that. Even though, she might be after people we love, or she
Oh, that was
maybe
an ally?
likes to someone
Oh,
we
shit.
really like, or we are not a fan of how she played a certain thing. At least she's owning it. So that's something I can respect about like her game. so far is that I know when I'm watching her diary room, she's telling, she's giving us how she really feels.
Yeah. Taryn, was this an accurate retelling of how this went down?
Pretty accurate, yeah. I mean, Danny talked to Nicole, pissed Nicole off about her reluctance to use it. She talked to Cody, pissed Cody off with her reluctance to use it. Talked to Memphis to try and get something out of him for using it, but he ended up just getting pissed off because she admitted to him that she told Davon about her power, and that's why she was worried about using it. So he came away from that conversation like, okay, so you told Davon weeks ago, and this is now your first time telling me. Okay. Pissed him off. Then she used the power, and they didn't show this in the episode, but Davon had in fact told Kevin about the power, so Kevin did. Her worst fear came true. He did realize, oh, Danny must have been working with Memphis this whole time. She's been screwing me. So on every single angle of this decision, she has made the wrong impression and come out the worst end of this.
Yeah, and Amon, Memphis is really the hardest person to impress that there is anyway. He's not even excited about the prospect of being back-to-back HOH.
I mean, he just
Well,
wants
there's
to
not a
blend
shrine
into the
here,
wallpaper,
so let's
as he
just
said.
go and do that.
I believe he said he wants to blend into the carpet, which I do not believe is a phrase. That is not an expression.
What is he, whine? I don't get it. That's so weird.
Tara, where did you go? I can't see you. Are you blending into the carpet?
Right into the carpet. You
Yeah.
can't even see it.
Hello.
Do you see that? The episode? That was super weird.
Okay, almost missed that.
When they were talking about Memphis, they constantly shots at the people. Yeah, it's just Memphis
That was the
Is he doing a new character? Is that why they
Oh,
called him
that was a
Governor
decent
a
one.
couple of weeks ago? Maybe.
Yeah, I think this is kind of worth it though to do these shrines.
I think Memphis does characters.
My cousin saw
and
cultists
Amon,
dragging
what a
people off the
build-up
road
we had
over by
for
their
the
convent.
replay power being
Everything's
used.
going
Boy,
crazy, and
the
they're
whole
still
house
forcing
went
people to
into
join.
really
Telling it's for their own good.
cardiac arrest of the replay power has been
Ooh.
enabled.
What is that?
What's gonna happen? Is this a reset week? Is Davon coming back in the house? No. Memphis will get to play HOH.
just to see them squirm a little bit, it was worth it. I mean,
I
this
don't know.
power is.
Guess anyway.
We talked about how this power is the worst out of the three, so.
Yeah,
in the
but
grand
did you hear
scheme of
that? It's after they play, Tyler's like, oh, that's a good
That's a great power. Good
Yeah.
power, man. I'm like, if you only knew, Tyler. If you only knew.
And it's so hilarious how Enzo, he always gives the diary room exactly what they want. They're just or tell us what you do with the money. Or tell us what you thought the power was going to be. It's I saw the replay power. I thought we were going to have to replay the week. We were going to have to redo something. I don't want to do that. It's just Enzo, he's diary room gold, I bet, for the producers because he gives them exactly what they want.
Do you feel like that, nothing exciting happens on this show
Yeah,
can,
maybe.
help us fantasize, some interesting outcomes that could have happened?
Exactly.
The stuff like Brainstorm.
Possibilities.
I don't want to commit to another episode, but I also want to record more.
That's it.
Um,
Ironically, that's never
yeah, let's do this
actually
outpost, though.
the opposite of it. Okay.
I think we'll end after
all
that.
the basement powers have been expired, and we get to the HOH comp, and boy, Tara, we spent a long time on this mini golf.
Yeah, well, there hasn't been a lot else this week.
It's been a long time on making all this happen, and who was gonna go for money, and who was gonna go for the injury. Well, I was actually surprised more people didn't go for the 10K.
Yeah, I mean,
There's one.
especially.
Fuck.
But yeah, it was kind of surprising. I kind of wish, but once again, if Dr. Will were there, he would totally be that would really shake up the game. If he's totally trying to tell certain people, I don't know, do you feel safe enough to do that, or no, you should take that 10K. But he takes that 10K. That would have added such a more interesting dynamic to this whole thing.
You know what? Fuck it then. We'll do the mission.
But it would have taken more than 5 minutes. They got a soundboard. Okay, just push the buttons and then have the voice over the loudspeaker. Asia and Nicole goes for only for HOH.
Yeah, that was interesting too because you know, if she wants Danny out, I just can't see her pulling the trigger and making that move. So I'm like, who are you gonna go after? Kevin and David, just like everyone else? Like, why do you want the powers so bad? I mean, obviously to protect herself
No,
in the
it's the-
scenario that she thinks Danny's gonna
There's something
screw
on her
up.
resume.
But or that Kevin is gonna win. But you know, at least shoot one ball over in that direction, especially with how terrible her
Why are
first
they so hard to
shot was.
find?
Like, okay, girl, you don't have this.
Yeah, it seems like that people just had like a terrible technique on this, of just let me just try to whack it as hard as I can, ricochet off something.
It's like, okay, they hit it really hard the first time. Okay, they're getting the feel of it. Next time, they're gonna have it. They hit it even harder. What?
It's like, yeah, it's like, do they understand this is like not real, like long distance golf? Like there aren't like sloping hills ahead of you.
Take it easy, Tiger Woods. Right.
There's one.
Exactly.
Drive her away. Like
And
a
like
little kiss, like around the bend.
like Nicole said, she's like, I let it go all the time. It's like, well, I guess that's one like popular thing she has going for her in Ugly, but that didn't it didn't come that didn't show through.
Little tap, tap, taparoo. I mean, Cody got it right. Tyler had it on his first one somehow, and he kind of like forgot how to do it by the time he got to the other side. Darren, I thought this was interesting. You had an interesting observation about Memphis and his approach to this.
That. So I mean, I can kind of understand it as well. Like, why add something that you have to lie about that you have no control over? Because lying about the committee, you're locked into that. There's no way around it. But it's why.
But yeah, so I do have stuff going on tomorrow, so probably won't record during the day.
It's almost like
Probably at night record, hopefully more than one episode that I've been doing the last few nights. But whatever. Tuesday I have stuff going on in the morning. I work at night, but hopefully by Tuesday night I can record some. Wednesday I should be able to record, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, really.
It's all dirty and wet, like, good. Yeah.
Yeah, he couldn't be bothered with. I mean, it's like, why not? But I also think just with his approach and everyone else's approach, it just seemed like they were thinking like maybe they would show their scores. Because even Danny was like, well, let me at least go for the HOH one so I can be able to tell them whatever. But it's like, obviously they weren't going to be able to show the scores because then they would have to say that people didn't score something for HOH or whatever. So that was, it was interesting that people were just trying to like save face by just throwing away a shot.
Now, we had a lot of drama with Kevin and his turn. Kevin had a 5, and he said, okay, I think I need to do better. And he did have the right instinct, because Cody's going to end up winning with a 2. But this was heartbreaking for Kevin, because we didn't know what the final scores were going to be. I just was hoping that Cody didn't have, like, the 6.
Yeah. I for a split second, I forgot that Cody had said on the feed that he got a 2, and I was like, if 5 would have been the winning number, I'm going to be so pissed at Kevin. But then I was like, okay, 2, not that bad.
Which is crazy because in the very first week of the season, he had his stack
Where is the bear?
So it was really, really full circle there.
Amon, how much does oversized golf come up on Big Brother? Is that something that people should practice before they go play Big Brother?
I think so. I mean, we've seen some variation of hit the ball somewhere on Big Brother, so definitely hit up, go with Nicole, backing up, Lee. I mean, I'm sure she'll give you a few pointers.
Yeah, but you have to find the right kind of club, because this one is...
Bro, I've been doing research on competitions lately.
Yeah.
It actually comes up fairly often, these
Like
putting
once a season, yeah.
like once every other season, I think is probably apt. But yeah, putting is a skill that you should learn how to do, especially with oversized, golf things.
You drive for
Come on,
show, putt for
Bear.
no. So you gotta be very important skill to have as a golfer. Danny is all about trying to win the money. David comes out. David really wants this. This would have been great if we could have seen David win here, Amon.
I know. Because he knows exactly where he's at in the game. He knows that there's an alliance that is picking everybody else off, so he knows he has to win. And I felt bad for Kevin too, for when he said when he lost, he's like, I deserve to go home after that. And I'm like, no, you don't deserve to go home for losing that comp. You deserve to go home for a bunch of other reasons. But yeah, it was just very disheartening to see the two of them just fail at this.
Okay.
They're under so much pressure, it's just like sometimes it kind of gets to you and you just can never find the rhythm and for that sweet spot in this comp, and it's just
Yeah. Asia, I wish we could have seen Kevin win. I wish we could have seen David win more things this season, because I think he has a lot of celebrations planned for. I think he's got he's ready to explode. We saw him in the basement where he's throwing the confetti. He's ready to go off. If he could just win something, I think we can get one of those choreographed touchdown dances.
Ah, fuck.
And
Not
he
running
can
to
win. He's planned this all out.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Cliff from last season when all of a sudden that thing came out of nowhere. It was like, oh, David definitely has something prepared. He's just waiting until the right moment. But it's like, are we ever gonna see that moment? Maybe, I don't know. But I
It's
thought
gonna
that
be so
was amazing.
funny.
Okay, why is it
He
moving
does
now?
that
Whatever.
because he doesn't really watch the show. We know this. So he's not gonna know to go into the pantry and dance in there. He's just going to dance. I mean, he said at the end of the episode, he was like, I'm gonna win this veto. I'm gonna shine it in everybody's face. And I'm like, good for you, bro. I want to see it too, because I need that. I need that kind of joyous energy injected into this.
Yeah. Taryn, I also noticed tonight that David is a senior sales manager. Do we know what David sells?
Oh man, I've heard him talk about it a bunch of times, but I can't remember.
I think that would be interesting to know.
It's not like his dream job.
Yeah, he doesn't strike me as somebody in sales.
I thought he was a photographer. I guess I missed that.
That's what he was last year.
I think that.
He got a new job. I don't know what he's out there selling.
Exactly. Like when you think of sales, you think of somebody that's really good with their words, and
Yeah.
we've seen the opposite.
Okay. If somebody knows, let me know on Twitter. I'd love to hear more about David's day job. Okay. All right. This was a highlight for me, Taryn, that Christmas wanted to win so bad and did.
Yeah, she also though is nailing this thing, over and over. This is a perfect representation of her game. She just lacks subtlety, but man, it's just she's just hitting it straight into the key, bouncing it back. But yeah, she wanted this.
I love this.
She's ready. These players are hungry for blood, and they want it. Maybe not as bad as we do on the outside, but they're getting hungry. And this is part of what made this competition kind of amusing in hindsight, is that we saw Danny throw this competition intentionally. She wanted nothing to do with this HOH, and there were a bunch of different outcomes here, where if somebody other than Cody hadn't won this, that Danny is the one going home this week, having thrown the competition, and joins the great halls of Matt Hoffman and Jordan. He can.
Jordan Barhart, yeah. Okay. So Enzo, he's going for the money. And he's so bad at this.
Okay.
He's like the worst.
He was. I was like, oh my gosh, Enzo, give it just do the first one and be done. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's too hard.
Oh, there it is.
I didn't love this. You know, Enzo talked about how he did not win the money. That's $10,000. That's could have been a lot of money.
Motorcycle.
A motorcycle. That's what the price check on motorcycle. You get a motorcycle for 10K?
Yeah, used old.
You get some pretty big TVs though.
You can stream TV. I don't know, whatever. Man, I could have bought.
Oh, it's right there.
I do got a 75-inch TV, so.
Yeah. Among, how about that humble brag from Enzo?
Oh.
I could have bought an 80-inch TV, but I've already got a 75-inch TV.
I mean, good for you, Enzo. I'm so happy that you got a 75-inch TV. We couldn't. I mean, where are you gonna put the other one if you already have a 75?
Also, like, where is this 7? Like, doesn't he live with his mom? Like,
Yeah, like, is it in the basement or is it like with his mom?
Like takes up the whole. It has to take up the whole wall.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, I'm really interested in the logistics of these television sets. Is it
really your TV, Enzo? Like, what are you talking about here?
Here's your wife, Enzo hoarding all the huge TVs.
He has
What does
to.
he need?
We're in a pandemic. You just never know. You never know when you're gonna need an 80-inch TV.
You always need those extra 5 inches. This is never enough. You need more. You're always gonna need more.
Right. He doesn't strike me as somebody who's just sitting around watching a bunch of TV anyway.
Yeah, we know you said you would only do a 5-minute podcast. I guess that's like Dr. Will style. But Tara, what does Enzo watch? Has he talked about any shows or anything that are his interests?
Once it's ready, do you think you could give it a field test?
Not really. I
Positive
mean,
it'll work,
I can't think of it. Whenever Enzo
95%.
talks, he's always just mirroring other people. He used to tell stories at the start of the season.
Wow. Okay. Alright.
I feel like Enzo watches Big Brother and like
Thank You Game.
and that's
Yeah.
it.
Right. Yeah.
Ah, shit. Well, that was obviously not
Then we get
intended.
to Cody. Cody gets the 6 and he's like, I gotta go back. I gotta try it again. And we go to commercial.
Wonderful revive
on
is.
this, but I did not like how they decided to show us this.
Me neither. I was like, okay, wait, did he miss it and have to go for a third one, or did he get it?
You know what?
second
Fuck
one,
it.
but
I think we're gonna do another
like,
episode. I said I wasn't going to, but I think we will. So,
So
one's here.
Like, no, show
Thank you
me.
for watching.
You